The storm raged over Water 7 as lightning split the sky, illuminating the wreckage of Galila headquarters. Inside the shattered building, chaos unfolded as the masked figures moved with terrifying precision. Nico Robin stood motionless as 6 arms sprouted from Iceberg's body, locking his limbs in place with her size floor technique. The masked man beside her finally reached up, revealing the cold features of Rob Lucci that sent shockwaves through the room. Iceberg's breath caught as he recognized his own shipwright, the truth dawning that CP9 had been hiding among them all along. Nearby, Kaku removed his mask, his long nose now appearing sinister, rather than comical as he apologized without remorse. The air grew thick with tension as the remaining masks came off, exposing Khalifa and Bruno as fellow agents. Down below, Monkey D. Luffy finally tore himself free from the wreckage that had trapped him, his rubber body stretching as he roared Robin's name and charged forward. Bruno stepped into his path, the air rippling strangely around him as he activated his door fruit powers. Luffy's fist shot forward in his signature gum pistol attack, but Bruno disappeared through an invisible door only to reappear behind him, his body hardening with iron body technique as his punch connected with Luffy's spine, sending the rubber man crashing through a wall. Nearby, Roronoa Zoro found himself facing Kaku, who drew his twin swords with practiced ease. Their blades met in a shower of sparks as Zoro pushed forward with his 3-sword style. But Kaku suddenly pivoted and unleashed a flying slash attack with his leg, the air pressure slicing through the ground and forcing Zoro to leap back. Sanji sprinted up the stairs, his leg heating with the friction of his rapid spins as he prepared his Diable Jam technique, only for Khalifa's whip to coil around his ankle. As she sighed about troublesome men, Sanji's flaming kick passed right through her suddenly soap-like body thanks to her bubble fruit powers. Up in the ruined office, Rob Lucci's body began transforming, muscles expanding and dark fur sprouting as he revealed his leopard fruit powers, becoming a terrifying hybrid of man and beast. His clawed hand reached for Iceberg's throat when suddenly the entire building shook from a massive explosion, debris raining down on everyone as the battle reached its climax. Lucci's leopard form moved with terrifying speed, his claws slashing through the air as he demonstrated the full power of his 6 King Gun technique, the shockwave blasting apart what remained of the walls. Kaku meanwhile showed why he was considered a master of the 6 powers, his Tempest kick attacks sending razor-sharp air blades in all directions while combining it with his sword fruit abilities to extend his limbs like blades. Zoro barely managed to block with his swords, feeling the tremendous force behind each strike. Across the room, Bruno continued his assault on Luffy, opening air doors to attack from impossible angles while using his iron body to absorb counterattacks. Luffy responded with a barrage of gum Gatling punches, his rubber arms moving faster than the eye could see. Yet Bruno kept vanishing through his door portals. Khalifa kept Sanji at bay with her soap-based defenses, her whip lashing out while she made her body intangible to his attacks. She demonstrated the full range of her bubble powers by creating slippery surfaces that made footing treacherous while also generating cleansing bubbles that could sap an opponent's strength. Sanji had to constantly adjust his footing and attack angles to compensate his Diable Jam kicks, leaving scorch marks on the walls whenever they connected with solid surfaces. Meanwhile, Chopper and Nami found themselves facing Kumadori, whose life return technique allowed him to control every muscle and hair on his body with frightening precision. His pink hair extended like whips while he used finger pistol attacks with deadly accuracy, forcing Chopper to activate his heavy point form to stand his ground. The battle raged on as each CP9 member demonstrated their mastery of the 6 powers techniques, the iron body hardening their skin to steel-like durability, the moonwalk allowing them to run on air, the shave movement letting them disappear and reappear in blurs of speed, the finger pistol strikes capable of piercing stone, the Tempest kick sending slashing air waves, and the life return giving them perfect body control. Against these government assassins at the peak of human combat ability, the Straw Hats found themselves pushed to their limits. Luffy's rubber body absorbed tremendous punishment as he kept charging forward. Determined to reach Robin, Zora's three-sword style clashed relentlessly against Kaku's own sword techniques enhanced by his Zoan powers. Sanji's flaming kicks left trails of fire in the air as he sought an opening against Khalifa's slippery defenses. The building continued to collapse around them as the Aqua Laguna's waves began crashing against the lower levels, water pouring in through shattered windows. Still the combatants fought on, their movements becoming faster, their attacks more desperate. Luffy finally connected with a gum-gum rocket that sent Bruno crashing through multiple walls, only for the agent to reappear through another air door moments later. Zoro managed to land a clean hit on Kaku with his Lion Song technique, but Kaku simply laughed it off thanks to his iron body hardening. Sanji found his attacks constantly slipping off Khalifa's soap-covered form, while she retaliated with whip strikes that left stinging marks across his body. As the battle reached its peak intensity, Lucci in his full leopard form unleashed a devastating Six King gum that shattered the remaining support columns, causing the entire structure to begin its final collapse. The combatants were forced to retreat through the crumbling ruins as the storm raged outside, the waves of Aqua Laguna rising higher. Through the rain and smoke, the Straw Hats caught one last glimpse of Robin, being escorted away by CP9, before the building finally gave way, plunging everyone into the churning waters below. The battle had ended, but the war for Nico Robin's fate had only just begun as the survivors surfaced in the storm-racked harbor, each side regrouping for the confrontations to come. The aftermath found the Straw Hats battered but determined, having witnessed firsthand the terrifying power of CP9 and their ruthless efficiency. They now understood the magnitude of the challenge before them if they hoped to rescue Robin from the world government's grasp. The agents of CP9 had revealed not only their true identities, but their frightening combat abilities, setting the stage for an even greater conflict on the horizon. As the storm continued to rage over Water 7, the pieces were moving into place for a battle that would determine the fate of the ancient weapons, Nico Robin's freedom, and the future of the Straw Hat crew itself.